Good morning, Ayo, and the the organizer of this event, the Young Marketing Professional Network, which is very close to my heart, the young marketers, and I will tell you why. Good morning, all participants, and special thank you to my good friend and warrior in marketing, Grant Lee, who's been into this road for a long time. And my special appreciation and thanks to Mr. Tony Ajin Monman, if I spelled it right, the president of the National
Right.
Institute, the
Right.
National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. Nigeria is a place that is very close to my heart. I am originally from Brazil, and I'm Canadian too, but I appreciate Africa, and I have huge appreciation towards the country and the young mass of marketers who's coming from there. So today, because our event is very technical on marketing and to I am originally from Brazil, and I'm Canadian too, but I appreciate Africa. Oh, that's amazing. See, you have two Brazilian in this event. Uh,
Oh wow! Awesome.
so
Oh,
it's my pleasure to be take part of the Young Marketing Professional Network event. And today as I talked with Grant, yeah, my good friend Grant yesterday, this event will be it's full of technicians in marketing. So and this, as mentioned by Mr. Tony, these moments are special moments for reflection on what's going on. So I decided to bring a topic that is much more philosophical for reflection, and then the technical stuff we will be treating late. It will be with very competent people that are around. So let me introduce CIMO, the Chartered Institute of Marketing Management of Ontario. It was created by the Parliament of Ontario in 1988 with the blessing of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth. And Mr. Tony, I'm really looking forward to connect with the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria to have more collaboration and to foster the cause of making the world a better place through marketing, not
yes.
in spite of marketing. So why we think we wake every day excited is because we believe the marketing profession needs a paradigm shift, and this is very much aligned with the theme of your event today with the Young Marketing Professional Network. So marketing has been deemed not trustworthy for a long time by multiple stakeholders in the world. Recent research by Gallup Institute in the United States ranks sales professionals, and number 18 in terms of trust by the consumer. How do we do this at CIMO? By educating people, by facilitating, by persuading, by building capacity, by sharing knowledge, by connecting marketers and industry alike. And we believe that helping marketers, it will change the world because we will help marketers to change the world. What do we do at CIMO? Skills development. We have the Schemo Academy. You're welcome to visit it. It's for free. CIMOCX.org. We have 4,000 courses available online to everybody. It's free for all. Academic accreditations for programs and school. We have professional designations for marketing professionals who are experienced. We have the chartered professional marketers. Grant and myself, we are chartered professional marketers. The certified marketers and registered marketers for diploma holders, which is a certification. And obviously, we coach and mentor young and senior professionals. So let's talk about the context of the world today. We cannot separate marketing from the context that we live at, and today is really very important a reflection that we need to make. I'm quoting an ancient wisdom here, where it says, "If you wish peace, care for justice." And if we look around, obviously we see that a lot of things need to happen to see justice happening at the same time. So I'm choosing one philosopher that I am following closely, and he is one of the most like the best thinkers that I believe has captured the context of nowadays. And the theme is liquid world. So we are living in unprecedented liquidity, as mentioned by Zygmunt Bauman, the late Polish and British philosopher, who wrote a couple of books on liquid life, liquid times, liquid modernity, and even liquid love. And he captures the context, how the world has been changing from the solid state, where we use everything well defined nation states, institutions, societies, community, towards the liquid state where no boundaries anymore. Globalization has taken over the world. So, and the liquidity, the liquid reality as a contest he defines, first starts with the reality that is transitioning, and it's not permanent. We live in a dynamic and very constantly changing world. The substitution of the desire, the needs. We marketers talk about a lot about the needs of our customers, and it has been in this liquid reality replaced by the constant desire for things. So it's not only need, we desire things. It has shaped the identity of people. So today we talk a lot about identity because nation states are not looked as representative, and then you have the conversions between the identity and the consumers. So I am recognized by what I consume, whether it's an iPhone or a good car or whatever. It's not as much as an identity thing as it used to be in the solid state in the past. And the persona, we marketers look always at our target market, and then we identify, we design the persona, we brand for persona. And now the persona has changed too in this liquid reality, where consumers are a competitive good in global market. We are always on social media. We're sharing our stories, trying to compete for likes and for appreciation. And this is a global market. And also it shaped the consumption reality, where rewarding become a peculiarity. And a vicious spiral has started between possession and consumption. Now we have this obsession for I need to possess things, and I need to have the the youngest cell phone, and the freshest applications and so on. So Zygmunt Bauman challenges. He identified some challenges in liquid of the liquid times. As I said, the passage from the solid, well-defined society to a very fluid and liquid one. Citizens are apathetic because leadership has not been able to solve their problem. And then we can see the results in elections since 2017 in the world. And it's still happening. So we have a kind of radicalized discourse. We see curtailing of communals and the rise of individuality. I know that Africa, the communal is very important. And it has been everywhere. And now we're seeing the curtailing of this community, the sense of community. And we see a collapse of this social solidarity, where people are, have this close solidarity to others. And the collapse of long-term thinking. We think consumers are starting to think very short-term oriented. And this is really something that we need to reflect on. And as well as the emergence of the free choosers, which means, I am free to choose whatever I want. I don't care about others' choices. And this is something troublesome because we move towards what we call, ethical dilemma. Another Italian philosopher, Umberto Eco, he reflected on this liquid society thought by Bauman, and he identifies in his book called Chronicles of a Liquid Society some challenges and some crisis. And he said, we are living in a crisis context nowadays. And I can see the geopolitical situation, the COVID-19 response, and all of these things are a reflection to this. So first he said, we live a crisis of concept. We are losing, we are not able to grasp the clear concept of, what can constitute a community. We are living in extreme individualism, where people are it's unbridled individualism, where people are just focused on themselves, their image, and the product that they want to project themselves to the world. And you see a lot of indignation around the world. People are really know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. And new narratives are emerging. So you see people two main narratives nowadays. One's called it in political science, right and left, and extreme right and extreme left. And postmodernism, as he says, signals a crisis of grand narratives. So why awareness is important? We need, and that's why I'm bringing this question to all of us to reflect, new, especially you, new marketers, because we hope that you will bring the change to this world, making the world a better place through marketing. Because if we are not aware, we cannot change this situation. There is a remedy to this, and that's why awareness is important. So what is happening to the community, to the persona, to the consumers? These are fused, in my opinion, into this liquid world, and they are confused. They lost their references, and the referential point has been lost from within the society. So, what is happening to the persona as a consequence of this liquid world? I'm calling it liquid persona. We are so fluid. Our opinion is shaped by, and our trust is shaped. So, customer are losing their trust. Trust definition has been morphed and been impacted by these liquid times. What are the limits between the digital me? What is the role of artificial intelligence in this liquid world? How do we distinguish between the digital me on social media, the happy person that is showing the world a lot of happiness, whereas we have a lot of problems. So the rise of cyber physical consumers, the me digital, the me persona, it has been a challenge, and the entangled reality. We don't distinguish anymore between a genuine experience and artificial one. So you have all of these technology help things, what we call deep fake. You can do whatever you want. The fake news, augmented reality, invented reality. And then we ask ourselves, where are ethics in all of this? What is the ethical framework that we need to use in order for dealing with this situation? And this is a special and critical question for marketers. Is it deontological, consequential, or relative ethics? We see the rise of relative ethics, where people think if that pleases me, it's ethical. And that's the extreme individualism that we are talking about in this liquid world that generated the liquid persona. So my question here, regarding the theme of our reflection, are we shifting the paradigm, or we have gone far away and we need to return to the old paradigm where we are more humane, more ethical, more socially and environmentally responsible? Is this event of coronavirus is an invitation for us to go back and to revisit our old-fashioned concepts. So what COVID-19 has done, in my opinion, it accelerated change that has been in place. And that's what I was thinking about. Is it because of COVID-19 that all of these things are happening? Yes, it is. But the change has been coming on for a long time now, since the beginning of this century, since the 2000s. So what COVID-19 implications on the business ecosystem? And these are a couple of the collection of research that I've done. And the COVID-19 has forced us to rethink, reimagine the workplace. How are we redesigning the world? Look at us. Like I would love to be in Nigeria today to meet all of you, but I'm here in Canada and we are meeting through online means. The redesigning of the business model. We need to reflect, need to adjust, as mentioned by Mr. Tony, the president of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria. We need to adjust, to adapt. That's what Darwin has said, in order to survive this wave of catastrophe. We need to revisit the supply chain. We just suddenly, because of globalization and the liquid world, we discovered that, look, we have put all the eggs in the same basket, and some strategic suppliers need to be rethought, because the supply chain was deeply affected, especially regarding medical equipment. And obviously we have the organizational culture that has been impacted. We see the consequences on businesses, especially small and mid-sized businesses. They are laying off people, and big businesses as well. Tourism industry has been deeply impacted as much as other industries. And how do you recover the culture? How do you work out this culture? How do you recover the trust? Yeah, which is hard to retain nowadays. And obviously the management model. How do we manage people remotely? All of these things were happening before COVID-19, but now we are forced to accelerate the implementation. So, thinking of Bauman and Umberto Eco and the philosophers behind it, I think we as marketers, especially you young marketers, the hope of this world, we need to rethink our marketing profession. And I coined a new term that I called liquid marketing. I'm calling based on this liquid reality. So how does marketing look like in a liquid world? Liquid marketing should go back to human centric. We all claim, well, we are human centric. We're customer centric. We do all the best for our customers. And with this liquid world, the narrative has been changed. So we need to go back to human centric approach. It should be meaningful and compassionate. Because if we don't have human beings as a center of our marketing activity, we are losing the sight. It should be customer experience oriented, where we should be focused on developing the most meaningful experience to our customers. And it should be technologically responsible. We have access to a lot of information. Artificial intelligence has given us wings to fly to unknown places. So what do we do with this information? We need to be responsible in using the technology too. And again, we need to be hyper ethical, socially and environmentally. We are depleting the planet. We have remarkably advanced as in terms of technology, but I'm not sure about our advances as a society. We need to revisit all of those issues, and as marketers, we have this obligation. So this is the concept of liquid marketing. Or how do we do this? Through a holistic approach to marketing, systems thinking mindset, design thinking orientation, a curious, compassionate, courageous thinkers in marketing, multiple perspectives that we need to bring in the table, the user's experience, the consumer's experience, the consumer's well-being, doing the right things, and looking at sustainable change through holistic problem finding and approach, and actively breaking down silos. This individualism, this liquid world, has created extreme individualism. Now we need to break out these silos. So we need to shift our mindset back to the old-fashioned paradigm. And this is my invitation to all of you, all of the new marketers. You are the hope of this planet. You are the hope of the humanity. We rely on you, as mentioned by Mr. Tony. We are old-fashioned marketers. We want you to take over this profession. Do the right things. Make this planet a better place to live. This is our cause at CIMO. We work every day to make the world a better place through marketing, and we invite you all to come on board, to join us in this cause that is worth fighting for. So thank you very much again, AO and Grant and all the participants. Thank you very much. It's my honor to open in this event with my remarks. I'm sorry if I brought too much on philosophical things. I think we need philosophy in marketing. This is a discipline that has been lacking there. So here's my email. I am available for questions. If you need, shoot me an email. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yusuf. I remember the last time I was in Brazil, Sao Paulo. It was a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Good to listen to you, and that was very engaging and thoughtful speech there. I can assure you. I'm sure you will share your slide with me eventually.
Yeah.
And I can assure you that it will form part of the discussion of this summit. And for us too, are the team, young marketing professionals. All of the paper that will be discussed here are going to be form part of our learning material, at least for the next 3 months. So we may likely still invite you, to the team. This is general, this is international. But when we are having our closed discussion, of course, yes, we will still invite you to share some thoughts with us, and that we will have more time, to do more justice. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, and we thank you very dearly that paper has started, and it will be for part of the channel, like I mentioned earlier. So thank you. I want to say thank you to Dr. Lee. All right, maybe it's doctor. We have no now. I think it's Professor Dr. Lee or Professor Grant Lee, the registrar. I'm sure he has not used that title, but of course, maybe he's hiding it. All right, so yes, we may have questions for Dr. Yusuf. At the appropriate time, we will be able to exchange some of those discussions or questions based on the paper discussion just opened up. But because of time, we will take in all of the discussions, and then we can then have our questions and engagement interaction session. Okay, so once again, thank you, Dr. Yusuf. So right now, let me welcome once again to the platform. But after this short moment, this very short moment, and then we will go straight to the next paper. Okay, just give me a short moment, and then we will go straight. Please, no, this is not what I want to say. Huh? Well, this one.